now let's go ahead and do a French manicure. The first thing that you would do again is you'd put down your base coat. Now on the nail here, notice I have sprayed the entire color. You have different options. You can use a clear coat, as I'm going to use as our base coat, or you can use a French manicure color, any of your choice, as your base coat for an underlying color, and then just go directly to the white tip. Now I'm going to go ahead and again show you again how to base coat the nail. This time we're going to use clear, and we're just going to go over the nail. Be sure to coat the entire nail nice and even, and then go around the edge. Always go around the edge. Make sure that you've sealed that nail inside of the polish. Now we're ready to go to our color. I'm going to use a pearl bronze, Badger's Pearl Bronze paint here to do our French manicure color. Drip in again, about 5-6 drops. And now we're going to start, I always work pinky to thumb, so we're going to start on this hand. And you're just going to lay down a nice even coat, just kind of like we did with the solid color, over the entire nail. And again, lay down a thin coat. Just relax your fingers down over my hand. Just lay down a nice powdery thin coat. People tend to want to spray a little too wet, and that's where their problems come from. Just lay down a nice even coat over the nails. Rotate the nails around. Move your airbrush around so that you coat the entire nail evenly with the color. Now what's nice with a French manicure is you can spray this color translucent, in other words letting their nail bed color enhance the color, or you can go back and spray it opaque depending on what the client would like done on the nail. I'm going to go back and give her just a little bit more color, even it up. I got a little darker on this one, so I'm going to go back and just give her a little more color where I see she needs a little bit more in some of the nails. Still miss that spot there. And her thumb looks pretty good. And that's pretty just by itself, just a soft, sheer color. And when you're done with your color, just pull back on the trigger and flush out the color. And we'll move to the next, which is going to be white. We're going to do our French tip. Now before I actually spray the tip, I want to show you how you're going to get that French tip. The easiest way to do it is with your own thumb. You're going to use the curve of your own thumb, match it up with their curve on their natural nail. You'll line the flesh up of your thumb along this change in tones here in their natural nail or the edges of their finger, just like this. Just like that. You're just going to lay your thumb down over that and block the nail bed color, and now we can spray her free edge white. Now, to find the best part of your thumb to use, just go on a hard surface and press, and you'll see a curve develop. And where your curve is, depending on the fleshy part of your thumb, is the curve. That's the way you press down on their nail. All right, let's load up with white. And we'll drip in another 5 or 6 drops. And again, I want to start down here. Just rest the rest of your hand over me. I'm going to line her up with my thumb. Just place it down over, protecting the nail bed color. Shoot off your work to check and make sure you've loaded up with the right color. And spray the nail tip white. A lot of times you might want to shoot this all the way, because once you move your thumb, it's hard to line it back up. And you can shoot it light or dark, whatever the client prefers, and there you go. A perfect curve every time. And it's soft, just like the natural nail. This finger back. And just work your way across the fingers, spraying those white tips in. And again, you control with your spray whether it's a soft white or a stark white. See? Go to the next one. If you're having trouble lining it up, just put your finger right at the edge of their, where they get fleshy, at the edge of their finger. So you're kind of being their fingertip with your thumb. Now her nails have got a real strong curve, so I'm kind of rolling with her finger as I go along. Line it up. Got to roll over a little bit that way. And I'm going to roll my thumb over when I hit this side. And last but not least, her thumb. Hold it real tight. And spray in that white tip. Her nails are so nice and long that I've got to really be careful here to get that tip even. If you are doing it on a client who has a lot shorter of a nail, let's say they actually have barely any free edge, you can actually lift your thumb up a little higher and kind of fake a longer nail for them or a longer free edge. Now, before I move on, I'm just going to check her. If I see any sides that I've missed, I actually can turn the finger and put my index finger down like this and block and spray the side. Like a little bit of her edge here is not quite sprayed. And then I won't destroy the curve that I've got there. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Now, this would be the end of the French manicure, and I'd go right to bonding it. However, we can dress this up if you'd like to charge a little bit more for this service.